it's Rachel and welcome to my latest FlossTube update. It's been a little while because I spent most of August working on the same piece and I didn't really think it was worth doing an update video for that. However, I did make quite a lot of progress. The piece in question is Mirabilia's My Lady's Garden. This is what it will look like when it's finished. And here is where we are now. So the area that I worked on was the hollyhocks over here. I think I'd done these two already, but most of this area and the heathers as well is what I achieved. And yeah, she's getting quite big now. So that was a good few weeks. It's very slow going because the fabric is the witch ilt fabric, which I've said before I don't really like to stitch on, and there's a lot of confetti as well in those hollyhocks, which does slow progress down. But I did quite a lot. I was quite pleased with what I've done. I was going to try and finish her this year, but I'm not sure that's going to happen now. I've got a little bit burnt out on that piece, so I've been working on some others, and to be honest, there's no real rush. It would be nice if it's finished, but if it's not, it's not. The next one that I worked on was also a Mirabilia, and this was Enchanted Mermaid. And I didn't do very much on her really. I pulled her out for a Magical Stitches challenge. This is what she looks like now, and I focused on this area down here, filling in the cry neck. So just a couple of hundred stitches really on her. I've had to move her up so you can't see her face anymore, but she's coming along. I didn't mention last time, I think quite a few people have done this, I've altered the back stitch on her hands because I didn't really like how it was. So I was not so confident doing that, but once I'd done it I actually found it was really easy. So I think some of the other patterns that I've not bought because I've not liked the hands on those, I think I've changed my mind about getting those now because it was such an easy thing to do and you can just pull it out if it doesn't look right. But yeah, that's Enchanted Mermaid, and she is stitched on a 28 count Jobelin that I dyed myself with just some blue and green dyes that I had. They're not RIP dyes, they're just some other ones that I had to hand, so that was that. The next one was Soda Stitch Pasta Time, and I will show you the finished piece. So this is what it will look like. Last time I worked on it, I was working on this central piece. I'd done about half the onion. I think I just about started the chili peppers, and not much else. But now I have finished the onion, finished the chilies, finished off the mushrooms. I think they were pretty much stitched anyway. I've done the quilted cloth that is sat on, and obviously the garlic as well, and then brought this cloth down. So that was maybe 1,000 stitches, I think, something like that, into this piece. I'm hoping to get this one done this year. There's not so much to go on it, and it's quite an easy fast stitch as well, even though it's got all that back stitch. I actually quite enjoy the back stitch because it makes everything come to life. So there's obviously this part to finish, and then there's the cheese and the olives on there, and then both of those to back stitch, a small lacy border, and then the row of pasta underneath. So it's a fair bit of work with all the back stitch, but I really like stitching on it, so it doesn't seem like work as such. It's a nice, fun, easy stitch to me. and that one is stitched on a 28 count, I think it's Brittany, in the colour light taupe. Then the next one is on a 32 count Murano by Zweigart. This is, I'm just looking for the pattern, it's a digital download from Etsy called Cute Witch, and that is what it will look like finished. And this is by let me see, Nadezda Kazarina. You can see just at the top there. And I worked on the kitten's fur. The eyes were more or less stitched, so I finished the eyes and started to fill in all the fur around the eyes, and then this green part as well. I've not done any back stitch on this piece yet, so it's gonna look much better once I've done that. I should really go back and do some of it before I get too far, although it is only a small piece, so it shouldn't be too much trouble to go back and do. And then the last one that I've worked on is another new start, and again it's an Etsy design. This is called Space Giraffe. I showed this maybe last year, I think it was, that I purchased this, and this is by Nadezda Gavrilenkova. So I've seen it quite a few times stitched on the white, and then I saw it on a darker fabric and really liked that, so I decided to go with the dark fabric. I think it's 28 count. It's the Zweigart linen in the colour Dirty Linen, and I really like how the colours pop on this. I'm so happy with it. I love the combination of the colours and how bright they are, and there's lots of little tiny stars on it, but there's also additional stars that are back stitched onto it, and then there's like little fluffy bits at the top of his horns, and I think maybe on the ears as well. And I'm just at the part over here, the eye of the giraffe is somewhere around here. I think this is like the eyebrow area, so I'm hoping to get onto that today. And I've not put that one down for the last couple of weeks, so we'll see if I get sick of it or not. I haven't so far, haven't wanted to switch projects, and it may be that I just keep going with it until it's finished, because I'm really enjoying stitching it. It's really easy to stitch, and I love the colours. They're quite different to all my other projects. So plans for October, carry on with Space Giraffe, and then I think I'm going to go back to either Pasta Time, Enchanted Mermaid, or one that I haven't shown for a while, a little heritage one of there's little coloured houses in the background, and then it's got a beach scene with boats on it. It's only about 8 by 8, so I think I should be able to finish that fairly quickly. It's about half done, I think. So they're the ones I want to focus on at the moment, and see if I can get any more finishes this year. I've finished 5 pieces so far this year, and last year I finished 5 for the whole year, so I've still got 3 months to go, so I am hoping to beat that, but we'll see. It's more difficult now that I'm obviously back at work, and the nights are drawing in, so light is a bit more of an issue, but I'm sure it is for everybody. So yeah, I'm not getting as much stitching done. I'm certainly not getting as much done when I get in from work, because the first term of school is always, for me, the most tiring one and the most exhausting. So by the time I get home my eyes are too tired to stitch and I don't really want to do much of anything. But hopefully we've been back for 5 weeks now, so things are starting to get a little less stressful. I'm getting used to my timetable and things like that. So I shouldn't be as tired in the evenings and should be able to get more stitching done. Anyway, that is just about everything for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekends and I hope you get plenty of stitching done too. Alright, I will see you again soon and happy stitching. Bye bye.